Everybody knows Chucky. Everybody knows Chucky.
Anytime Chuck called me, I'm in. There's no question, let's get it.
Impeccable. I mean, if one word I could put on it, yeah, he's an impeccable human being.
Chuck gets that this is a legit job, career.
He's consistent, very consistent.
He's always been a hustler. He's always been solid ever since I met him.
It's a lot bigger than whatever I ever thought it was gonna be.
Naptown, and you don't say Chucky Workclothes, then man, people know what's going on around here.
Sometimes we forget how we got where we're at. All the work and the time and the patience it took. Gotta move fierce cause it ain't where you're at. Had to take a step back and really get on my books. And even when I didn't have it, man, I scrambled and touched it. The plan don't change, so I came with a budget. I got it on us, and they got it on me. Pay style on mine, cause my rhymes ain't free. Play time to a minimum. Documents I'm printing on perks of the work.
Basically, I just felt like it was time that I did something like this because I just wrapped up another project and counting, you know, my stuff, you know, local and then the national stuff that I've done. This next one, Professor Works Lab Volume 5, is my 15th record, my 15th project, you know what I mean?
Crack-a-lack on the truck.
We was actually freestyling on a karaoke machine. And I think I was like 16, 17. And then like from then he just was like, oh, I think I want to do this rap shit.
Man, I promise you I played it fair.
Hey, how many of y'all get up and go to work every morning? Okay, well shit. That's why they call me Chucky Workclothes, man. That's all we do is work.
We was the drunk dudes freestyling and, you know, always, you know, wanted to debate about rap shit and was just on it like that. Dude by the name of Joe Ergot, man, who when we became a group, he was Joey Southside. The group was Big Chuck and Joey Southside.
And him and Joey actually, you know, that's when it really started.
He had the rhymes and all the material, but didn't have the means, you know what I mean? So we linked up, you know what I mean, became a duo. The very first song me and Joe ever recorded was Reppin' My City.
I remember back when it was Express Life, it wasn't even Team Insomniac.
So we started giving the tape away to people that we work with, to our friends, different stuff like that. And next thing we know, you know what I mean, they're all listening to it. They all know all the words and everything. We started doing shows. Once we did it and did that first show and I felt that feeling, almost like anything else that you get addicted to, like I'm chasing that high for forever now. It was like once we did it, it was like, yeah, this is it.
Like I said, man, I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, man, Chucky Workclothes. All I spit is blue collar rap.
I'm always hosting the shows.
10 years strong, rocking with somebody, doing this entertainment business, and independent is hard as hell. Chucky motherfucking Workclothes.
Anytime we do anything, we do anything from Project Pat to Juicy J to Lil White, plenty of times Young Bleed.
Even if I only got a couple handfuls of people in the crowd, you know, he's gonna be there.
I love his music, and then second of all, man, he's just like a stand-up guy. Like, you know, that's what's important to me. Like, if I meet you and you got good music and you're like the worst person ever, I'm not gonna deal with you. I don't care how good your music is, what fame and everything you got. I'm not like that. I'm built off genuine and people that's solid. And that's the most solid guy I ever met from that.
No pressure, none at all. I don't even want half, I want it all. Don't let me be the one that don't check it. Dudes claiming they the person, they got no records.
I've known Chucky at least 10, maybe 12 years. First thing to think of is a father, you know what I mean, and a hustler.
If there were more Brads in Nap, we would all be somewhere further.
He takes that shit serious, and it's definitely shown. I mean, over the years, he's gotten better and just, I mean, matured over time.
So country boy, so gang, that's right. So country boy, so gang, for life. That's country boy, that's gang, that's right. So country boy, so gang, all night. So
I was already communicating with Young Bleed.
His work ethic, more than anything, you know what I mean? I'm a businessman and street hood and street hustler, so, you know, we met in different ways. And when I say stand-up guy, for as a man alone himself, a father to his kids, like I said, we in and out with families, we know each other kids and stuff like that. So what I see and witness on and off screen, you know what I mean, is the whole makings of a man to me and a human being for that matter. So yeah, he again, phenomenal human being starting out on guard and then it just trickled down so many hats, you know what I mean?
We started working on some songs as well as I started booking him some shows.
Work. We do this like clockwork.
He ended up taking me on tour with him to Kansas and Oklahoma and Texas and shit like this for the first time.
And like I said, we featured on each other's records, but we did a phenomenal record. It's a classic record, one of my favorite records, and definitely a collabo record, that Country Boy Living, man, from beginning to end. So for those that's not up on that yet, y'all catch up on that. We actually working on a part 2 as we speak. Yeah, man.
You flash a couple dollars, you always talk about it.
So around the same time when I was doing that with Bleed, there was a guy named M80 who's from Ohio, but he lived in Nap for a long time. He was moving from Nap at this same time, and I brought Slim Thug to Nap for a show for my 29th birthday.
They go right, I go left and take the back route. You know we working only right, we bring the cash out.
M80 was going to LA to work for RBC, and he came to my party.
What's good, y'all? This is M80 representing all the way from Los Angeles, California. Right now I'm on the southeast side of Indianapolis, my man Chucky Workclothes. This band works harder than anyone else I know in the city of Indianapolis, and that's certifiable come from myself, M80 of Almighty.
He was impressed. You know, about a month or two later, he called me. We want to give you an album deal. We can get 40 to do your album. I can get you Crooked Eye, Corrupt, you know, all this, and it's gonna be a big look for you. As well as he was really giving me some good advice.
And me and Chucky started building a rapport. We were doing a lot of events together around like 2011, 2012. Moved out to Los Angeles around 2013, and around that time is when Chucky and I started working together on bigger things like the business of his albums. I A&R'd Tax Season for Chucky, incredible record, signed his record deal with RBC Records, singles with the E40 and Corrupt and Pusha T and Young Bleed, and just phenomenal production, and it really was a big staple for the Indianapolis music scene to see someone like Chuck, you know, in essence be put on and represent for Nap and for the Midwest.
Yeah, what's up? Corrupt Young Gotti. Chucky Workclothes, my nigga. Album is coming soon and we gonna make it motherfucking happen, you hear me? Tax season, bitch.
Yeah. Big Chuck, what up? It's Crooked Eye, man, COB. LBC to the net.
And I think that really put the battery in Chuck's back, where, you know, he started taking his career more seriously, and it wasn't just Naptown's Chucky Workclothes, it was Chucky Workclothes touring all over the place, not just in the Midwest, like in East Coast and West Coast, making his own tours.
Real late at night is when I put my work in. I've been quiet on the sidelines lurking. Rappers talk about money they ain't never seen. I keep the business under wraps about the cheddar scheme.
You know, and fast forward to present day, like, you know, now we're in the year 2020, and Chuck's taken everything he's learned from me and everything he's learned from, you know, the artists he admires to really become the artist he is today.
I think it was too early in people hearing me for me to kind of throw out that ball and people take to it.
Chuck's the embodiment of an artist that's like, this is what I want, and I'm willing to do anything and everything it takes to get to where I want to go. A lot of people talk the talk and not necessarily are willing to, you know, put in the walking steps, the steps that actually takes to see your dreams come to fruition.
Still smooth with it, you know I'm rocking forever. I drop jewels in it, gassing up into everyone but 7 states. Being years, but in everyone it elevates. A better future than my past is all I really see.
One more time, take it from the top, one more time. Long Beach, we up now. Yeah, California, Riverside, Gritty Art, you know what I mean? My homie Nitty Studio, working on that motherfucking Chucky. That Chucky. My man Workclothes in the building, you know what I'm saying? Elevated. It's your man King Crook. West Coast hip hop, always.
It ain't a game, I'm talking life. Look around, shit is higher than it's ever been.
Yeah, man, back in 2014 is when I first hooked up with Chuck, you know what I'm saying? He threw a show, brought me out, rocked. It was a real good experience, you know what I'm saying? And I'm big on energy, and he had the right energy, you know what I mean, when I first met him. So I knew that I could rock with somebody like that, you know what I mean?
I was a fan of Crooked Eye. We had a bar situation to where my buddy owned a bar called the Beer Fountain at the time. This was 2014.
Yeah, we had a ball, man. 2014. I was still drinking back then, so, you know, I can't remember everything. You know what I'm saying? But it was dope. I do remember how dope it was and how good the energy was.
Partied all night, and it's like one of the guys, you know.
We decided to work with each other some more, and we did a joint. I think Daz Dillinger produced the joint.
We were locked in to do a song that was for the album with RBC, Tax Season.
On a project called Tax Season.
Yeah, then this year, you know, got a chance to do another song with them that I feels like a progressive song, even better song.
Yo, it feel good, Chuck. Yo, homies in the studio blazing them backwoods up. With a little good luck, Long Beach is on top. Probably think we mechanics the way our hoods up.
Came back here, kept working, started my brand, Team Insomniac, started pushing that out, started my EP series, Professor Works Laboratory. Did the 1, it did good. Did the 2, which has the record Believe It, with the homie Jai, who's one of my guys from Louisville, and Playboy the Great, who is signed with Lil Boosie, and he's from Nap.
Anything you wanna do, you can achieve it, and nothing is impossible if you believe it.
It was an honor to have somebody who's already doing their thing, you know, reach out and show support. So communicated a couple times, clicked, did the song, Believe It.
Unselfishly, you know, he pushes his artist probably harder than he does himself.
That's another thing about Chuck, like, he's not stingy, you know what I'm saying? He's greedy, but he's not stingy, and I'm the same way.
I came back off tour, still broke in the bitch. Fiending for the grind, got to scratching my itch.
Work shit over jerk shit, promotions over emotions. You know, consistently every morning, rise up and bite down. Probably more consistently than I post Team Insomniac at night. You know, he's rise up and bite down every day, 4 or 5 in the morning.
We both, you know, go hard, you know what I'm saying? We stay consistent. And that's really the main thing. He's consistent, very consistent. He's a man of his word, you know, very professional. And, you know, that's pretty much it right there.
When I was in the pen doing 5 flat, I was thinking of some ways on how to get back.
I went and did a show, and he had actually had a live band, and it was something that like really drew my attention, like other than all the other artists that had performed. So it was like, afterwards, like I kind of said something to him and told him I thought it was really cool. You know what I'm saying? The whole little lot, like the live band. So a couple months go by, one of my aunts like happened to know him just through the grapevine. I said something like, man, it'd be really cool to get a song with him.
I knew his aunt real well, so she got a hold of me on his behalf.
The moment that I got to meet Chucky in my life was like pivotal for me. You know what I'm saying? Because where I was going, the man that I was wanting to be, like, he showed me like the ropes in some ways that kind of just like, I feel like set the tone for me and who I wanted to be on another level.
I ain't much on top, I ain't got no friends, I ain't much on top, steady trends.
Chucky's made Indiana a believer of what Team Insomniac is. He'll change your life for the better if you let it. In any way, shape, or form.
Ain't no slacking up,
First things first, give praise to God. After that, time to go and stack me a wall. Money on my mind like an Astros cap. So I'm ATL, New York, Cali, and back.
You know, for him to let us come in his house and do the video down there and stuff like that, that was dope. You know what I mean? So yeah.
You know, just trying to step my game up, man. You know what I'm saying? We done graduated till we got the track outs in there.
it just makes me happy that I always endured and stuck it out, even to get to the level of being somebody to them. You know what I mean? That feels really good. We've been sitting here, we've been doing all these interviews, man, and I've been hearing everybody, you know, say all these, you know, things. But I mean, these are people that I really respect myself, you know what I mean? If they were doing the same thing, I would sit down and I would give them, you know, their praises for the reasons that they deserve them. So yeah, I guess it just feels good to be appreciated by a lot of people that you also appreciate.
I always looked at him like an older brother. He's one of the only people I can say that, you know, every time I came home from jail, you know, threw me some money and clothes and, you know, like stuff that I really appreciated that I didn't have at the time. My house had burnt down. I was like 15, 14 or something like that. And I called him and like it was like 10 minutes later, he's already over there with money.
I just always looked at him like a little brother.
You know, brand new clothes, you know, because I lost everything, you know, and it just, that shows what type of person he really is.
I think his favorite phrase is to feed the babies. I think that's his favorite phrase.
We didn't grow up together, but like, we've definitely grown up together.
Oh man, this shirt right here, man. Chuck gave me exclusive. He was like, hey man, you know, only a few people only got this shirt. So man, you know, you need to cherish this shirt and things like that. And he gave it to me. He actually signed it back too. This shirt dictates pretty much his albums and things like that.
Everybody fucks with Chucky, you know what I mean? You can't go anywhere where they're talking about music or local rap or Indianapolis or Trap Town or whatever you want to call it without his name getting brought up.
He shows us nothing but love and respect. So, you know, we always got to be grateful for the people like that.
Shit, to me and Chucky, we both went in because our kids are spoiled. You know what I mean? They don't know what it's like to want, you know what I mean? And it's because he got that ambition, he puts it all out there.
They can always bet on you.
Some of the people on here threw me alley-oops when I was just getting started, you know what I mean? Like M80, like Bleed, Jai, you know what I mean? Certainly like Pick 'em Up. These are dudes that all did things or provided opportunities for me that I couldn't have made it to where I am, just period, without them.
He came through at a time that he didn't know, you know what I'm saying, that I was going through something and it was just perfect timing, that I was going through something that could have been all bad for me, you know what I mean, very bad. And it was just a coincidence that he came through with an opportunity that pretty much saved me, you know what I'm saying? And just for that in itself, I'm forever grateful, you know what I mean?
It's like I built some of the best, strongest relationships that I have in life in the last 10 years since I've been doing this.
The greatest rewards in this industry are reserved for those that work the hardest. That's Chucky.
The evolution of him, it's been really cool to watch. It's been really cool to watch.
I want to see him go further than what he is now.
Yeah, cheers to Chuck. You feel me?
Shit's a marathon, I'm still taking my laps. Really?
Man, Team Insomniac is just no sleep, man. Very little, you know what I mean? A lot of pushing and very little cushion.
Early morning, drop 16. Been by the same place I was 15.
But you know, as far as like quitting, I quit when I quit when it's over, which is, you know, while I'm here, it's never over. Most people, they want to look at you at my age. It's over, you haven't made it, you're never gonna make it. My thing is to prove that we really just got started.
Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that like, that subscribe, then you go look up Cracka TV, you hit that subscribe, go hit them likes. All your local favorites and stuff like that, you might have their CD or you see them every day. Go to their thing, you hit them likes and you hit them subscribes, so when the whole rest of the world sees them out here, it lets them know it's symbolizes that there's somebody. Artists, get your documentation, studio sessions, features that you're doing, shows, interactions with your fans. It's your work. Get it all. Capitalize. It's a wrap. No mas. Bam!